coming to, okay, coming to urethra. Urethra, it's not entirely lined by the transitional epithelium or urinary epithelium. Only the proximal part of this urethra is actually lined by this transitional epithelium. So in case of male, we have the urinary bladder. The neck of the bladder continues as the prostate, and below the neck of the bladder we have a prostate gland, and the neck continues as the urethra till the proximal half of this prostatic urethra. Proximal half of the prostatic urethra. Till the proximal half of prostatic urethra. Till this level, it is lined by the transitional epithelium. From the distal half of the from the prostatic urethra, now that prostatic urethra fell at the level of urogenital diaphragm, that become membrane urethra, then it enters into the penis as the spongy urethra. So entirely this particular thing is lined by the columnar, the stratified columnar epithelium. Stratified columnar epithelium. Or in some books, instead of stratified columnar epithelium, the part of the urethra distal to the distal half of the this prostatic urethra, it is all from here till the tip of the urethra. Tip of the urethra, we can say simply external urethral orifice, except excluding this part, external urethral orifice, excluding this part, the subterminal portion or the penultimate portion from till here onwards, it is lined by the stratified columnar epithelium, or some books have referred it as the pseudocolumnar epithelium. Pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. So it differs from different sources. So, okay, now, well, till here it is like that. And what about the external urethral orifice? External urethral orifice, although it is a part of this male urethra, here we have actually something called as navicular fossa, a kind of swelling before this thing will be exiting out. This particular area is not lined by this stratified columnar epithelium. Well, it is lined by the stratified. It is lined by the external urethra. The part of urethra which is lying close to external urethra orifice is lined by the stratified squamous non-keratinized type of the epithelium. So remember, when it comes to outside, it's all about giving you protection. So to protection, we will have a stratified squamous epithelium. So to this navicular fossa will be there just proximal to the opening of the external urethral orifice. There also we can see the same columnar epithelium. So this is all about the urethra in case of males. And here at the prostatic urethra, this is the place where the deep perineal pouch lies, and just below it we have the superficial perineal pouch. And the superficial perineal pouch, this is in the deep perineal pouch we have the urogenital diaphragm, the membranous part of the urethra, and the superficial perineal pouch we have the root of the penis, the membranous urethra, and below it the penile urethra. And that's all in case of males. This is all in case of males. Well, coming to females, the urethra in females is not that complicated. So it's just like about 4 millimeters, and this is how it's like, and it will be completely lined by the stratified columnar epithelium, except the terminal part, which is lined by the stratified squamous. It's not at all complicated, right? Thank you. This is the end.